Sticking with the Steelers, they signed Patrick Queen, 3 years, $41 million, 13.7 per season, 13.8 guaranteed. Two things I really like about Patrick Queen. One, he's only 25 years old. Reason to believe, he can still be an ascending player at this stage of his career. Two, one of the most durable defensive players in the NFL. I mean, he started 67 straight games since entering the league. So I always think about that with free agency. Like if the guy can just be on the field for you and be like average, then that lowers the risk in a big way. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to stay healthy, but he has shown he's a very durable player. So we know he's got upside. He showed it last year next to Roquan Smith in that defense. It is your job as a staff to get that out of him. Now, is there potential for him to totally drop off without Roquan Smith in another defense? Yes, absolutely. The Ravens didn't pick up his fifth-year option. It isn't somebody they believed in a year ago. So I have no issue at this price. I thought there might be a team that comes in and pays like the Tremaine Edmonds deal, which was around $17 million per year for Patrick Queen. That's not what the Steelers did. 13.7 for Patrick Queen. That's reasonable. Guy with upside, positional need, and you'll see, and with that guaranteed money, you can really get out of this deal after a year if you want to. So I have no issue with the flyer. What do you think? I feel like you've talked a lot about Patrick Queen over our extra point taken careers here.
Yeah, so I like it for the Steelers because they desperately needed improved linebacker play. He's going to give them that. It's funny, once he was on the Steelers, I was like, oh, Patrick Queen's like a Steeler. Like, I get this. Like, the love of the game, the intensity, the physicality, like, that fits. It makes sense. You remember when we talked about that in season, the clip of Patrick Queen recalling the story of Mike Tomlin telling him on the sideline, "You are not a Raven," right? Which at the time, we were like, dude, that cuts deep. Like, that is an insult. Like, what are you doing? Now we know it's because Tomlin knew in the back of his head, long game, years in the future, you're a Steeler, young man. You're supposed to be here. So I love that. I'm very excited for whatever insane hardcore platitude comes out of either Patrick Queen or Mike Tomlin's mouth at the introductory presser when they go and address that moment. Going to be very funny. So I like it for Pittsburgh. One of the things that I asked after the Russell Wilson signing, because like you and I both don't really like, Russ as a starting quarterback, and we're kind of worried about what that means for Pittsburgh. It's like, okay, if you're going to save all this money at quarterback, what are you going to do with it, right? And it appears that the Steelers, their big thing was, listen, if we can insert PQ at linebacker, they clearly like Dante Jackson as a starting corner opposite JPJ. Minka comes back from injury. They probably need like another decent linebacker, another decent safety, like one more mid-level dude. Once you get that, like they clearly feel like defensively they can be like a top unit, right? With kind of plugging in those last couple of gaps. And that's a reasonable belief. And then, they're going to just try to be mid enough on offense. And that seems to be what they always aspire for, is just being mid enough on offense. And so I get it. Like I see the vision of Patrick Queen into Roquan Smith. The Dante Jackson, Deontay Johnson move, I think, was a complete miss. But again, like there's got to be something that I'm missing here. So I see the vision. I see the line that they took to get to the build they wanted to. I'm just really worried about that offense being like, prohibitively bad.
Yeah, I like the defense. I mean, like you meant Watt, Hayward, Highsmith, Queen, Joey Porter, Minka Fit. Like there are players. I don't know if you just rank the talent on every defense. They're definitely top 10. They might be higher than top 10. So I like them there. But man, I just wish you had a little bit more. Your offense is going to, your offense really could be worse next season. So we'll see what happens there. All right.